So, with just a 3.5 kg or a 5% weight loss, the patient has improved glycosylated hemoglobin, improved blood pressure. We have seen the blood pressure plummeting, reduced total cholesterol, reduced increased HDL, and with a 10% weight loss, even the triglycerides go down. So, which is fantastic. So, what it really proves is that lifestyle optimization is the cornerstone to treat all kinds of obesity and related disorders. Right? So, let's understand how our lifestyle causes disease. So, most lifestyle diseases are caused by unhealthy eating habits and living habits, and coupled with stress. We really use the word stress in a very loose way. Stress is not overwork, just overwork. Stress could be anything. Emotional stress is stress to the body. Nutritional deprivation is stress to the body. Toxic overload is stress to the body. Physical inactivity is stress to the body. When you have all of these things put together, along with genetics and overwork, you fall prey to disease. So mechanized modern living and obscenely huge available of processed foods seems to be the most obvious reason. So in short, we can say that modern life has become injurious to health. So there is, as you know, inflammation is central to most lifestyle diseases. And inflammation is central to biological aging. So most of the conditions like type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, dyslipidemia, hypertension, all of these, once you control the inflammation, you are able to control the disease to a very high degree, including aging. And this can be seen from this pyramid, that 70% of your lifestyle, which causes inflammation, which causes the disease, which causes the aging, is in your control. It is in the control of the patient. 70 to 90%, that's a huge chunk. That means we can do so much about our lifestyle diseases. There is so much possibility of correcting it, and environment, physiology, genetics plays the smallest role. This is what we have learned in the 21st century. Sorry, I don't think I showed that. This is the slide I was talking about. That lifestyle is responsible for more than 70 to 90%. It is by choice. So what are our controllable risk factors? We do have a control on what we eat and drink can do. Basically, this is lifestyle. For instance, in India, we eat a very high glycemic index diet. Would you agree?
Yes.
We eat a very high glycemic load. We just eat too much. We eat too frequently. We are eating all the time. If you eat a moderate breakfast, a working lunch, and a large dinner, which is what all of us do, because if you sit with the family, there's multi-cuisines, there's a big spread on the table, and everyone comes and eats together, right? Your morning glucose peak will be high, because it is more glycemic load and glycemic index, and you've eaten late, and you're not exercising after that, you're just going to sleep. There will be more myocardial infarction, there will be more weight gain, there will be more visceral fat, there will be more central obesity, there will be more problems. We will be the diabetic capital of the world always because of the pattern in which we eat. Is the Indian diet wrong? No. But we choose to distort the whole thing. It's important to understand this. If we were to eat a large breakfast, a moderate working lunch, and a small dinner, you will find a lot of change in your own patients. They will feel lighter, the acidity won't be there, they'll sleep better, they will wake up more energetic, they will feel like eating a heavy breakfast because the dinner was light. And so many positive changes will take place. And more importantly, you will curb the morning glucose peak. That is what makes us slowly type 2 diabetic, right? So what are the uncontrollable risk factors? Your age, gender, obviously, ethnicity, we are Asians, we can't help that, but we can control our lifestyle choices, and the genetics, where certain, you can inherit certain diseases just like you inherit your hair or eye color. So what do? What are the answers? Okay, these are the cards that we've been dealt with. What are the answers? The 21st century has brought in a new era of nutritional science and nutrigenomics, demonstrating the astounding power of nutrition and its ability to benefit human health. I don't think people today, they know diet is good, but they don't realize the power of nutrition on weight and disease. Scientific findings suggest that nutrition can be used as a very powerful tool to control disease as well as aging. By improving your metabolism, because when you change your diet, you change your metabolism, and your telomeres, which is a very key approach to anti-aging. Exercise, of course, all the doctors should recommend their patients to walk. Exercise should be doable, otherwise the patient never follows it, right? So according to me, a walk is the most doable exercise. It should be progressively difficult. Let the patient walk on his own pace, but progressively the degree of difficulty, either he walks on an incline eventually or walks faster, and there is a way to walk, there is breathing to be followed, no phone calls at that point. You just wear some loose clothes and walk for 40 to 45 minutes. They can start slow and then progress regularly. So when you walk, according to nutrigenomics, there are more than 1,000 genes that are switched on, which switch off your inflammation, switch off your problems that you will not become diabetic. TCF7L2 is one of these genes. They switch off these genes and protect you from most lifestyle diseases. So exercise is as important as correcting your nutrition. So I have, I'm going to devote at least half an hour to this slide because I want you to understand each and everything. Sleep, of course, is very important. Most people feel that they don't need sleep. I know a lot of individuals who say 4 hours is enough for me. I just sleep for 4 hours. Or some say about 6 hours is enough for me. You need 7 to 8 hours of sleep because all the repair work in your body takes place in the night. So you need to tell your patients to sleep well. Most of the stress-related conditions get controlled. Your cortisol, your adrenaline, everything gets calmed down when you get a good night's sleep. Stress management is again very, very important. So it's not just psychological stress. Stress can happen from just eating too much food. You don't realize that, and people are overeating all the time. So by eating, because your body has to handle that extra load of food, so it's stress to the body. By eating too little, let's say you're starving, it is stress to the body. By managing too much heat, if it's too hot, it is stressful to some individuals. By feeling too cold, physical inactivity, toxic overload, electromagnetic radiations, the body is constantly adjusting itself to this outside challenges of the environment. And this, as you know, is called the allostatic load. As we grow older, the allostatic load increases. When you're younger, there is a low pro-inflammatory status, and because there's a higher efficiency of stress response. As you grow older, there is a higher pro-inflammatory status because there is a lower efficiency of stress response. So the allostatic load increases as we grow older, therefore the inflammation increases, and therefore the same person who's eating a large meal at the age of 34 and is non-diabetic and says, "मैं तो हमेशा यही खाता हूँ," becomes diabetic when he's 45 with much less food because the allostatic load has increased. Detoxification. detoxification is extremely important in every person. Everyone needs to detoxify. And I'll explain this in detail. All of us suffer from some virus or some bacteria as we speak right now. The Epstein-Barr virus, the herpes simplex, it could be any virus, right? The reason we don't show it is because we have a reasonably good immune system. And these viruses prove to be nothing more than a low-grade nuisance. So you're dragging yourself, you're probably a little tired in the day, but that's it. So this is the viruses that are around us. Smoke and smog problems have increased. There is a thick cloud of toxic air around our planet. In Delhi, there was so much talk on smog in the winter season. Every year, the food industry pumps 400 million tons of chemicals into our food and water. Heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides, pollutants, all of these things enter our body through the soil, air, water, food that we consume. And heavy metals, like you must have heard, mercury, lead, cadmium, arsenic, they are present in everything around us. You have the fish you consume contains mercury. The cosmetics that the women use contains mercury. Paints and polishes that you have around your house